In this video, we're going to talk about setting up your FireFly system and the cache management features available. Let's click on Configuration, Text Under Cache, and Cache Management. This is where we're going to set a lot of the detailed information about how cache management works in the system. The first step is whether we want to use detailed cache management. If you think that reconciling drawers, transferring money, and keeping track of cache on a detailed level is too much for you, you could turn these features off and then just count your cache at the end of the night for one deposit. But if you'd like detailed tracking of each individual drawer, keep this turned on. Our next option is to use credit card batch data in our deposit. This is a great shortcut if you've got integrated credit because the system already knows how much of each credit card is going to be deposited. Let's look over here at Display Expected Tenders. What this means is when you go to close out a driver or server or reconcile a cache drawer, do you want the system to show you exactly how much money they owe? If so, click on Display. Display After Entry means you'll ask the employee to type in the amount they have, and then the system will confirm what they should have had and whether they're right or wrong. If you choose Hide, the employee will enter amounts blindly and will not know whether they entered the correct amount. They'll just record an over and short if they're over or short. Leave the cache count worksheet on the US format in most instances. Okay, let's talk about some of our cache drawer options here. If you've already set up your cache drawers under Station Device, let's pick them here. For our first drawer, we can choose that we want to start with $100. You can also set a maximum desired balance. This will alert you that your drawer needs a drop. For this, I'm going to say $1,500. You don't need to fill in the current balance or the close balance. That'll happen later. Generally, if I'm going to add money to this drawer, I'm going to do it from the main safe. And when I close, I'm also going to close to the safe. We have an option here for our tip procedure. When we have tips that are paid into the drawer, and we close the drawer, we have the option to pay tips out in general, allowing you to distribute them as needed, to pay tips to the individual servers which rang up the orders, and you'll get a report on this, or do you want to retain tips in the drawer and include those tips as part of your cash out amount? If you don't make a choice here but leave it on select, you'll be prompted every time you close the drawer to choose what you want to do with these tips. I'm going to just choose Pay Tips as my default. Okay, let's save these settings, and then we'll do the same thing with our second cache drawer. Down here we've got other cache locations. If you'd like to set up such a location such as a driver bank, driver safes, etc. that aren't actual cache drawers, more like virtual cache drawers, you can do that here. Over here we have our main safe settings. You can change the name if you'd like, and then let's type in a beginning daily balance. This is the amount that you're going to keep on hand every night. Finally, we need to talk about where cash transfers are going to come from. If you have drivers and they're going to be assigning a bank at the beginning of their shift, where do you think that money will come from? Will it come from one of the drawers or from the safe? When a driver makes a drop, if they've got too much cash on hand, again, will they be dropping to a drawer or to the safe? And when they close their shift, will they be closing to a drawer or to the safe? Let's choose the same options for the server bank and server close. One more option here is our over short reasons. If you'd like to define reasons when you're over short, you can, but it's not required. What this does is allow you to ask employees to choose a reason if they're over or short so that you can track those on your reports. Okay, let's just save this, and now we've got our cache locations configured.